So, Tom, let me ask you a question that many people are afraid of. Why did you leave your last job?
Uh, Honestly, I never know how to answer that. I feel if I say the truth, it sounds negative. But if I don't, it feels fake.
Exactly. That's where most people get stuck.
Yeah, I don't want to sound like I'm complaining, but sometimes the job really wasn't good.
Here's the truth. You don't need to tell everything. You just need to say it safely.
But what does safe really mean? Does it mean I have to hide the truth?
Not hide, just choose better words.
So I can still be honest, but in a smarter way?
Exactly. Because in an interview, it's not just about what you say, it's about how you say it.
I think that's where I always fail. I say things too directly and then I regret it later.
And you're not alone. Many people lose opportunities not because they are not good enough, but because they say one wrong sentence.
Just one sentence?
Yes, one sentence can change the whole impression.
That's scary.
It is, but the good news is you can fix it.
Really?
Yes, and in this episode, I'll show you exactly how to answer this question in a way that is calm, clear, and professional.
Okay, I need that.
So stay with us until the end, because today you'll learn how to turn a difficult question into a strong and confident answer.
And maybe no more panic in interviews.
Exactly. Okay, Tom, let's try. Tell me honestly, why did you leave?
My boss was terrible, and the company was not professional.
Stop right there. That's the first mistake.
Really?
Too negative, too emotional.
But what if it's true?
It might be true, but interviews are not about telling everything. They are about showing how you think.
So even if my boss was bad, I shouldn't say it?
Exactly. Because the moment you say that, you create a risk.
What kind of risk?
The interviewer may think you complain, you blame others, you are difficult to work with.
Even if I'm not like that?
Yes, because they only see your words, not your full story.
Okay, I see that.
Let's try another answer.
I was very stressed and tired. The workload was too much.
That's the second mistake.
Why?
Now you sound like a problem, not a solution.
So I shouldn't talk about stress?
You can, but not like this.
What do you mean?
If you focus too much on stress, the interviewer may think you can't handle pressure.
But every job has stress.
Exactly. That's why you need to show you can handle it.
So it's not just about the reason, it's about the message behind it.
Correct.
Okay. What if I say something like, I didn't like the job?
That's the third mistake.
Too simple?
Too vague, too unclear.
So what should I do instead?
Be specific, but professional.
I think I understand.
Let me show you another common mistake.
Okay.
Talking too much.
Wait, talking too much is also bad?
Yes.
But I thought more explanation is better.
Not in interviews. If you talk too long, you lose control of your message.
So shorter is better?
Clear is better. Not too short, not too long.
That's hard.
That's why we use structure.
What about being too honest?
That's another mistake.
Really? I thought honesty is important.
It is, but raw honesty can hurt you.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. If you say, I was bored, I didn't like my manager, I just wanted to quit.
That sounds real.
Yes, but not professional.
So I should filter my thoughts.
Exactly. Think before you speak.
Okay. What else?
Another mistake is blaming the company.
Isn't that the same as being negative?
Similar, but this one is more direct.
Like what?
The company had no system. The leadership was bad. They didn't support me.
Yeah, I've heard people say that.
And it immediately creates doubt.
Because it sounds like conflict?
Exactly.
What about saying, I left for a better salary?
Good question. That's another mistake, if you say it directly.
Why?
Because now you sound money-driven only.
But salary is important.
Of course, but it should not be your main message.
So I shouldn't mention money at all?
You can, but not as the first reason.
Okay. I think I'm starting to see a pattern.
Tell me.
If I sound negative, it's bad. If I sound weak, it's bad. If I sound unclear, also bad.
Exactly.
So what do interviewers really want?
They want 3 things: clarity, positivity, and direction.
Direction?
Yes, they want to know where you are going next.
So if I focus too much on the past, it's also a mistake?
Exactly.
That's interesting.
Because many candidates stay in the past.
Talking about problems, issues, mistakes?
Yes, and they forget the interview is about the future.
Let me try to summarize.
Go ahead.
Don't complain, don't blame, don't overshare, don't be too emotional, and don't be too vague.
Very good.
And don't talk too long.
Exactly.
I feel like this question is more difficult than I thought.
It is, because it looks simple, but it tests your mindset.
Mindset?
Yes, how you see your past, how you talk about it, and how you move forward.
So if I avoid all these mistakes, I'll be safe.
Safer, but not enough.
What else do I need?
A clear structure.
Ah, that's what you mentioned before.
Yes, in the next part, I'll show you exactly how to answer this question step by step.
Okay, now I'm really ready.
Good, because once you have the right structure, this question becomes very easy.
And no more guessing.
Exactly. Let me show you a simple way to answer this question. Very easy and very practical.
I like that already, because honestly, I get nervous when I don't know what to say.
That's normal, and that's why this simple way will help you feel more in control.
Okay, I'm ready.
Just remember 3 small steps: past, reason, future.
Only 3?
Only 3, but if you use them right, your answer will sound clear and confident.
Can you explain the first one?
Of course, let's start with past.
What should I say here?
You start with something positive about your previous job.
Even if it wasn't a great experience?
Yes, because every job teaches you something, and when you start positive, people feel your attitude.
So it's not just about the words, it's about the feeling I give.
Exactly.
Can you give me an example?
Sure, I learned a lot in my previous role.
That sounds simple but strong.
You can also say, I gained valuable experience. I developed important skills. I had the chance to work with a great team.
I see. It makes me sound respectful.
Yes, and it shows maturity.
Okay, what about the next step?
Next is reason.
This is the hard part, right?
Yes, this is where most people make mistakes.
Because they start talking about problems?
Exactly. They complain or they talk about negative experiences.
I've done that before.
Most people have.
So, how do I say the reason in a better way?
Instead of talking about what you didn't like, talk about what you are looking for.
So, I change the focus.
Yes, from the past to the future.
Can you show me an example?
Instead of saying, my boss was difficult, you say, I'm looking for a more supportive environment.
Wow, that feels completely different.
Same situation, better expression.
What about stress?
Don't say, I was too stressed. Say, I'm looking for a role where I can grow and contribute more effectively.
That sounds more positive.
Yes, now you sound like someone who wants to improve, not someone who is running away.
So the reason is not really about complaining, it's about direction.
Exactly. You are showing where you want to go.
I like that. It feels more confident. And the last step?
The last step is future.
This is where I talk about the new job.
Yes, you connect your story to the opportunity in front of you.
So the interviewer understands why I'm here.
Exactly.
What can I say?
That's why I'm excited about this opportunity. I believe this role fits my goals. I'm very interested in contributing to your team.
So I finish strong.
Yes, you finish with clarity and a clear direction.
Let me try to put everything together.
Take your time, no pressure.
I learned a lot in my previous role, and I gained valuable experience. However, I'm looking for new challenges where I can continue to grow and improve my skills. That's why I'm very interested in this position.
That sounds really good. It actually feels natural when I say it. Because you're not trying to be perfect, you're just being clear.
I think before I was trying too hard to sound impressive.
And that made it harder.
Yes, I would get stuck in the middle of my answer.
Now you have a simple path. Past, reason, future.
It really helps me stay focused. What if I forget the exact sentences?
That's okay. You don't need to remember every word.
Just remember the 3 steps.
Exactly. As long as you remember past, reason, future, you can always build your answer.
I feel much more confident now.
Good, because confidence doesn't come from big words. It comes from clear thinking.
I'm actually starting to enjoy this.
That's a good sign.
Before this, I was afraid of this question.
And now?
Now I feel like I know what to do.
Exactly.
So, next we practice?
Before we continue, if you've learned something useful so far, take a moment to subscribe to the channel, because each episode we help you speak more clearly and feel more confident in real situations.
And trust me, these small changes make a big difference in interviews.
So please hit subscribe and let's keep going.
So, Jack, let's talk a little about your previous experience. Why did you leave your last job?
That's a good question. I learned a lot in my previous role, and I'm really grateful for the experience. I had the chance to work with a supportive team, and I developed many useful skills, especially communication and problem solving.
That sounds like a valuable experience. What kind of work were you mainly responsible for?
I worked closely with both clients and internal teams. My main responsibility was coordinating projects and making sure communication between departments was smooth. Through that role, I learned how important clear communication and teamwork are in a professional environment.
That's a great skill to have. So, what made you decide it was time to move on?
After some time, I started thinking more seriously about my long-term goals. I realized that I wanted to continue growing professionally and take on new challenges that could help me develop further. So I began looking for opportunities where I could expand my skills and contribute in a larger way.
When you say new challenges, what kind of challenges are you referring to?
Mainly opportunities where I can take on more responsibility and continue learning. In my previous position, I gained strong foundational experience, but I felt ready for the next step in my career. I wanted to work in an environment where I could continue developing professionally and take on projects that allow me to grow.
That makes sense. How long were you in your previous role?
I was there for a little over 3 years. 3 years is a solid amount of time. During that period, what would you say was the most valuable thing you learned?
One of the most valuable things I learned was how to work effectively with different personalities. In a professional setting, people have different communication styles and expectations, and I learned how to adapt and collaborate with others in a respectful and productive way.
That's a very important skill. Team dynamics can be challenging sometimes.
Absolutely. And working through those situations helped me become more patient and more solution-focused.
Looking back, is there anything from that job that you're especially proud of?
Yes, there were a few projects where I helped coordinate communication between several teams. At first, it was challenging, but by organizing clear communication and making sure everyone was aligned, we were able to complete the project successfully. That experience taught me a lot about responsibility and organization.
That's great to hear. It sounds like you gained solid experience there.
Yes, I really did. And I appreciate the time I spent with that company because it helped me build a strong professional foundation.
So, when you started thinking about your next step, what kind of company were you hoping to join?
I was looking for a company where I could continue growing and contribute more actively. I'm especially interested in environments that value collaboration and continuous learning.
And what about this role caught your attention?
What attracted me to this position is the opportunity to work with a team that focuses on development and growth. From what I've learned about your company, it seems like a place where people are encouraged to improve their skills and take initiative.
Yes, we do emphasize growth and collaboration.
That's one of the reasons I was excited when I saw this opportunity. I believe this environment would allow me to continue building my experience while contributing meaningfully to the team.
I'm glad you mentioned growth. How do you usually approach learning new skills in a workplace?
I usually start by observing how experienced colleagues approach their work. Then I try to practice those methods myself and ask questions when I need clarification. I believe learning in a professional environment is a continuous process.
That's a good attitude. In your previous role, were there opportunities for professional development?
Yes, there were some opportunities, and I tried to take advantage of them whenever possible. For example, I volunteered to assist in projects that required coordination between different teams. That allowed me to learn new ways of organizing work and communicating effectively.
That initiative is important. Employers value people who are willing to step forward and learn.
I agree. For me, every new challenge is a chance to grow.
Going back to your decision to leave, it sounds like it wasn't about dissatisfaction with your previous company.
That's right. I respect the company and the people I worked with. My decision was more about continuing my professional journey and exploring new opportunities that align with my long-term goals.
That's a thoughtful way to approach career changes.
Thank you. I believe every experience is part of the learning process.
Did you have the chance to prepare someone to take over your responsibilities before you left?
Yes. Before I left, I made sure to document my processes and share them with the team. I also helped train a colleague who would be handling some of my tasks. I wanted the transition to be smooth for everyone.
That shows responsibility.
I think leaving a job professionally is just as important as starting one.
I completely agree with that.
For me, maintaining positive relationships is very important in any professional environment.
That's a great mindset. So overall, would you say your previous job helped you prepare for the next stage of your career?
Definitely. It helped me build strong communication skills, develop responsibility, and understand how teams work together in real business situations.
And now you're ready for the next challenge.
Yes, I'm ready to take what I've learned and apply it in a new environment where I can continue improving and contributing.
That's good to hear. And why do you think this role is the right next step for you?
Because it aligns with both my experience and my goals. I believe the responsibilities of this role would allow me to use the skills I've developed while continuing to grow professionally. That's why I'm very interested in this opportunity.
Thank you for explaining that so clearly.
Thank you for asking.
So, let's take a moment to look back at what we learned today.
Yeah, this question feels much clearer now.
Good, because this is one of the most important questions in any interview.
And also one of the easiest to answer, if you know how.
Exactly. So let's keep it simple. Don't complain, don't blame, and don't overshare.
Instead, stay calm and stay clear.
Yes, and most importantly, use a simple way to organize your answer.
Past, reason, future.
Start with something positive about your past, give a clear and neutral reason, and finish with a strong direction for your future.
It really makes everything easier to say.
Because when your thinking is clear, your words become clear too.
And when your words are clear, you sound more confident.
Exactly. Now it's your turn. If you learned something from this episode, make sure you subscribe to Focus English with CC channel, because we're here to help you speak better, step by step, in real situations.
And don't forget to leave a comment below. Tell us, what did you learn today?
And if you can, try writing your own answer to this question.
Keep it simple, keep it clear.
And remember, every small improvement is a big step forward. And in the next episode, we'll help you answer another important interview question.
So stay with us. Goodbye.
Bye for now.